Hey, you're listening to the Bogus Otis Show. It's the only podcast dedicated to my buddy Sammy. Sammy Hagar, that is. What is understood need to be discussed, especially if it's about Sammy Hagar. Yeah.
I'm sorry, baby, if my mood's been changing. My social life needs some rearranging. Yeah. We are the world's only dedicated Sammy Hagar podcast. This is the Bogus Otis Show. I am Bohost Brent. That is Bohost D. And we are coming to you from the Fillmore in Detroit, Rock City.
Brent, am I asleep or am I dreaming this? Because I can't believe we're actually, I got a cold Red Rocker in my hand.
Dry your eyes, baby, all the tears you've cried. That is what dreams are made of. Yeah.
This tastes like a dream for sure.
We are cheersing a little Red Rocker lager on October 23rd here in Detroit for the launch of Red Rocker Lager and Red Rocker Brewing, and the crowd is filling in now in the VIP area. There is going to be a badass show happening tonight, and partner, we're right in the middle of it.
I can't believe it, man. It's here we are. It's 1 year, just over 1 year since we went on the air. And here we are, sipping cold Red Rocker lagers.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe, right? In the short 12 months, the arc that we've been on, and here we are. We're having a great time. We are cheersing beers. We are about to see a rock and roll concert from the man himself, and we're going to talk to a bunch of fans. We're going to talk to Sammy's partner in Red Rocker Brewing. We're going to talk to Champtown. He's opening. And maybe some other special guests along the way. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm excited, man. And cheers to you. Cheers. Here we are.
I'll cheers you right back. I mean, who would have thought, a year ago, conceptualizing this whole show and this whole idea, and here we are, and we're kind of a part of the show.
Maybe we were sitting on your patio going, what if we do you think we should do this? What do you think? Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
And that seemed like just yesterday, and here we are in the middle of season 3. And I'm also, this is also extra special. As you know, I'm a Detroit Tiger fan, so I'm sitting here with a Red Rocker lager in hand, in my Tigers hat, looking out at, Comerica Park, Tiger versus, Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, we are literally across the street from Comerica Park, from Ford Field. We're in the heart of downtown Detroit, Michigan. And, this is what it's all about. It's where it started. And man, I'm so happy to be here with you.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's starting to fill up in here. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, so let's talk a little entrepreneurship here. We often have been chatting on the show about how interesting an arc of Sammy's business career. Let's put the music aside for a second and just talk business. This now is the 4th spirit for alcoholic beverage. Now we've got a Beach Bar rum. We've got the Beach Bar Cocktail Company, obviously a Santo spirit, Cabo Wabo tequila that started it all off, and now here we are with Red Rocker Lager. From a business perspective, this is incredibly interesting to me because Sammy has always proven himself to be a master entrepreneur. He has surrounded himself with people who are clearly very smart business folks, and at the age of 76, another new venture is here.
And you're so right. And if you look around, for those, obviously can't see this audio-wise, but, everything is branded. The visuals are top-notch. The iconography of everything, the setup, the communication, and just the overall management is it's pretty impeccable, and that speaks volumes about who he is, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's all done right, as you say, and that's a big nod to our friend Todd Galappo, who is a past guest on the show. I mean, he's a master at the art of branding and protecting Sammy's brand or brands in all of their incarnations. And to your point, here again is another example of exactly that in practice.
And I'm staring across the room at some posters. I'm assuming God who did them, man. They look fantastic. Great work. I love the old school photo of Sammy too.
Yeah, I mean, I really love that they actually chose to go super old school, right?
And is that a photo from Sammy in Detroit?
It almost actually looks like it might be that picture from the Live in the Motor City
I was just saying,
show, right?
that image on Spotify looks like to be taken a
like let's just go right back to the beginning. And love it. Absolutely love it.
You know what we should also thank? We should also, thank Sammy's team for helping us get this all set up so we can broadcast properly from here. It's a great spot we're sitting. But also, I see two lovely ladies sitting at the bar that we should thank, our SOs.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that here we are a year into the show. And, a big testament to you, partner, for conceptualizing this whole thing, for extending the offer to me to come along for this ride. And here we are a year later. And you're right, there's a ton of people to thank. I mean, our crazy geeked out fandom is always supported by our amazing wives, and
who are sitting there, not paying attention to us whatsoever, as we're giving them all the praise.
Yeah, that's right.
You edit it so they are.
Do you know why? That's because they're enjoying a couple of Red Rocker lagers. That's why.
Well, let's raise the cheers to them.
Yeah.
Cheers,
big
ladies.
Cheers. Absolutely. So we're going to have a bunch of guests on, I think, over the course of the next hour or two. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to chat actually with Eric, who is one of the founders of Red Rocker Brewing. We're going to chat with Champtown, who is the
And I'm going to follow up with my questions with Cameron. How do you just call Sammy Hagar? So he said that's a question for my dad. So we're going to have to ask him now.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We follow things up on the Bogus Ownership.
Yeah, you're right. It's all about getting to the root, not the fruit. That's for sure. So, segment one. Here we are in Detroit, and lots more coming from the show. We'll see you really soon.
Ciao.
Hey, this is Eric Schubert from the Van Halen News Desk. You're listening to the only podcast devoted to the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar, the Bogus Otis Show.
One man coming with a vision. One man got it with a plan. Got love, got passion. And that is what we're talking about right now, because we are the world's only dedicated Sammy Hagar podcast. This is the Bogus Otis Show, coming to you from the Fillmore in Detroit, Rock City. It is Red Rocker Lager launch night, and we have a very special guest with us now, founder and partner in Red Rocker Brewing, Eric Schubert. Eric, welcome to the Bogus Otis Show.
Oh, thank you very much for coming. It's been a long time coming, and I know we've talked a long time about this, and it seems like we talked a year ago, and it probably was about a year ago, but we had this plan, and I'm very happy we're actually here.
To see the crowd outside, we just took a little wander down. People are going crazy. The lineup is huge. The Fillmore, the energy, iconic venue, downtown Detroit, Red Rocker Lager. It's all coming together. This must be the culmination of a literal dream for you to be here right now.
It was, and the funny thing was, this was kind of not even the start. This was kind of what it morphed into, and I have to admit, I kind of like what it turned into. It's just absolutely amazing. We started in a different direction, and talking with Sammy about 2.5 years ago, it literally turned into a beer, and here we are. And I'm so thankful it did. I think he is as well. The beer is amazing. The reception has been absolutely amazing, and we really can't wait to get it out across Michigan and the United States and
Canada.
And Canada. Yes, Canada.
Please.
Oh, yes, Canada as
We're
well.
dying.
Believe it or not, we're actually in talks with Australia too.
Amazing.
So,
amazing.
Gold Coast of Australia. Here we come.
So here's a question for you. Darren and I have talked about this quite a bit. We had a great conversation with Cameron, who's the head brewer.
Yes.
Again, a partner in this amazing venture. We said, how does this happen?
How do you just call Sammy Hagar and make a beer? Tell us about that.
How did you get here?
Cameron's like, you're going to have to ask my dad that question.
Yes. So it started, well, you have to understand me. I'm business development, sales, and logistics. That's my background. I've owned businesses for the last 30-some years, all in logistics and distribution and finding a better way to do something and kind of destroying the status quo, if that makes sense. Kind of a killer app almost. So I came up with a new way of actually distributing and getting a product to the end customer, app-based on demand. And I said, we really need to figure out how to constantly drive attention to this. Who's the best person I know that could continually market and drive attention to something? Oh my God, it's Sammy Hagar, of course. So I'm not joking. I sat in the parking lot and I Googled his management company and figured out who it was. And I called and got the gatekeeper, and I pitched the gatekeeper, who told me point blank, no way in hell, too busy, hear this shit all the time. And I said, all right, well, just give me the email. I'm going to send this an email to you, and I'll follow up with a call. A week later, I got a call, and it kind of went from there. And once we started talking, we're like, hey, this is a great idea. I love this. This is amazing. It's a killer app. It's a great new way of doing things. But if we're going to do this, I want a beer too. I said, all right, we're in the beer business.
Nice.
And here we are.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's an amazing story. Sammy seems to work a lot like that. So I did a music video for him, and I kind of inspired kind of the same way that you just described. And I sent an email to his website, to the gatekeeper, and similar story, and it happened as well. It seems like he's just attuned to like the good vibes of people who are like him. There's a synergy about him that seems to attract people into the fold, man. So that's a great story.
Yeah, well, he's open to ideas, and he gets pitched with a lot, I'm sure. And I'm sure there's a lot that he, has no interest in. And occasionally, there's one that piques his interest, like we did, and here we are. He's a visionary. He's very astute business-wise. And in my opinion, he's a marketing genius. I mean, he's out there constantly, every day, all of his brands. He's amazing. He's a great partner to have. And what you see on TV and read about is it's him in real life.
Or
He's
even
an amazing person.
what's outside the door right here.
Oh, yeah.
Down the street is the reality of it.
Proof positive. How many people absolutely love this guy?
Yeah.
And we do as well.
Amazing.
Yep.
So you spent some time in Cabo recently at the birthday bash.
Yes.
You got a sense of the crazy loyal fan base that Sammy has. We talked to Champtown about this as well. We talked to Sammy actually when he was with us earlier about this. Just the notion of a homegrown business here in Detroit, a new brand launching, local employment, a lot of hype. What does it mean to you being someone who's from this area, who believes in this city, and now you're realizing the literal fruits of your labor?
Oh, well, I grew up in Detroit and the surrounding areas, and it's been not such a good place for quite a while. And now to actually be part of something in an area of Detroit that used to be a no-go zone, but now is a really up-and-coming area, and we're really excited about that. It's kind of exciting. And to actually have a product here in Detroit, and he loves Detroit. He's always loved Detroit. I mean, it's Detroit Rock City. Come on, how can you not like it? And to actually have a homegrown product that's going to go national, based out of Detroit, it's fantastic. You can't ask for anything better than that. And to have it be part of Detroit's rebirth is more exciting than anything, to be honest. Very proud to be from Detroit. No matter where you go around the country, you mentioned Detroit, everybody has wow, okay. But they don't realize it's changed in 15 years.
Oh, man.
And it's
we
amazing.
spent the afternoon down here, and it was phenomenal. It's a beautiful city. I was born across the lake in London, Ontario, so I was farther away from Toronto. Mm-hmm. Detroit was always my team. It's great to be sitting with you, and look over there at America Park at the Tigers, my favorite team, man. Synergy. It's always about synergy with Sammy.
Yeah, exactly. And just, basing it out of here has always been a dream of his, and he can't be prouder. Honestly, he can't be prouder. We can't be prouder to be here with him. And it's just a great opportunity. We're really looking forward to taking this as far as we can take it, to be honest.
So that's the next question I was going to ask you. What is next for the company? What is next for the product? Are you looking at expanding markets? Are you looking at adding new products?
Like a red beer.
What's coming next?
That's so cliche. Give me a red beer. Okay, whatever.
In bottles with red glass. How about that?
Yeah. No, we're not going down that road yet. We're going to stick with, we're going to launch with one. We already have 5 really good beers ready to go, but we're not going to throw out, we're not going to cast too big of a net. Let's focus, get the main beer out there, and just occasionally roll out a new beer. In regards to expansion, we are about to be licensed in 9 states. We're about, this week, we should be about 65% coverage in Michigan, approximately half of Wisconsin, 9 states very soon in the next couple of weeks. And our goal is by summer of the next year to be in, not covering 100% of, but to touch and be in half the United States. So that's our 6-month goal.
Amazing.
Very aggressive.
Amazing.
And we will accomplish it. I will tell you this, we will accomplish it.
So let's talk about Cabo San Lucas. Obviously, the mecca, the home of many things for Sammy. Obviously, extending from the birthday bash, the cantina, just the lifestyle in Cabo. Is Red Rocker Lager now available as a staple product in the cantina, and can we expect that to be something that we'll start to see more and more?
You'll see more and more. It was available for the launch, and it took a Herculean effort to get all this kegerator and all this equipment shipped from New Jersey all the way down to Cabo, installed, commissioned, customs, immigrant, all that. It was ridiculous, to be quite honest. It cost a lot more than I thought it would cost, but it's well worth it because we were able to have the beer on tap at his launch or his birthday bash. Going forward, we have to brew a ton more. We have to get supply and logistics in line. But going forward, it's going to be more and more readily available. But at least we made it for the launch, which is our goal. But it was a big effort. I'll be honest, my team was amazing. And it was just not my team. We had a team in Mexico that really honestly helped out as well. We couldn't have done it without them. So kudos to you guys. I won't mention you, but you know what I'm talking about. But they were able to pull it together for us. And I had to fly down a couple of times and just to finally get the kegerators installed and the beer there was a lot.
Talk to us about Sammy in terms of an individual, as a person, as a businessman. Here's a guy who's 76 years old and is still continuing to reinvent himself constantly. What does that mean to you to have that sort of relationship with him, and the fact that he is just not slowing down?
Well, I'm a firm believer that if you slow down, it's kind of like a car. You drive it all the time. The minute you park it, it falls apart. No, seriously, I've had plenty of those cars. Yeah. So I love the fact that he is really driving himself and staying busy. He's constantly doing something. That's awesome. He takes care of himself, unlike a lot of people like me. But I really like the fact that he has drive and he does not stop. And he is in such great shape. I mean, I saw a video of the guy doing 50 push-ups before a concert. I don't think I've done 50 push-ups in the last 50 years. Seriously. I don't think I could do 50 push-ups. But because of that, I'm just so excited about moving forward with, really speeding things up and doing what we can do over the next couple of years.
Awesome.
Eric, an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for having us be a part of this event. It's a great privilege for us, and we're happy to celebrate with you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, best of luck.
Appreciate it.
Best of luck. This is a great beer, and we were talking before with Cameron.
Yes.
We're both foodies, and it really pairs well with everything. It actually makes food taste better, which is an incredible beer.
Yeah, it does. And I'll be honest, I'm not tooting my own horn, but there's been so many people that say I don't drink beer, but damn, I actually like this. But
I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, exactly. And that makes me so proud because people are like, I would drink this, and I normally wouldn't. That's what we really like. It's such an easy drinking, great beer, great ingredients. It has no adjuncts. It has no fillers. It's all, it's a really, really good beer, and we're so proud of it. And we can't wait for everybody across the United States to try it. I would say this, if you do want to try it, contact your local store where you normally buy your drinks or your local bar and restaurant and say, we want this, because over the last 3 weeks, you won't believe, so many calls from distributors and bars, restaurants, party stores. We call them party stores here in Michigan. Liquor stores all across the United States are like, what the heck is going on? People are calling, blowing their phones up, asking for this stuff. What is it? We want it.
It's amazing.
So if you really want it in your area, go and demand it, and we will follow.
Awesome.
So the best place to get information is where?
Yep. If you follow us on our Facebook page or our website, RedRockerBrewing.com, you can subscribe on there. As we roll out with additional states, we're going to make announcements. And from that point forward, you can contact us or send us direct messages, and we will start arranging deliveries either directly to you or through a distributor, so you can have access to this beer as many places across the U.S. as we can.
And on the website, fantastic swag.
Thank you. Yes, we're actually
The swag's awesome.
somebody actually mentioned they're walking the line today, and they're like, "What the heck? Everybody has this merchandise on, and it's
They do.
yeah, everybody's
We
wearing.
just walk the line. It's all the way down the street.
Yeah.
Everyone's got the swag on. It's great looking stuff. So.
Oh, we're so happy for that. And we just we have an incredible merch department. Our product goes out the same, pretty much the same day you order it. It goes right out in the mail. So we just had somebody that was in Cabo, ordered merch. 3 days later, they arrived home and it was already on their porch. So we're so happy to hear that. Our merch team is just amazing, I'll be honest. So Kayla's amazing, and we just love the fact that she's, all day long, all night long, she's shipping the stuff out.
RedRockerBrewing.com. We're here in Detroit, Rock City.
The Fillmore.
It's the Fillmore. It's Sammy Hagar in the circle. Eric, thank you for joining us. Thank you again for allowing us to be a part of this.
Right?
Big old Red Rocker Lager cheers. And we are the Bohos out.
Thank you very much. Out.
Hi, this is Bob Bates. And if you really want to know about Sammy Hagar, you catch up with the Bogus Otis Show. If you don't, you might miss out.
All right, it's starting to get pretty rowdy in here. I can feel the energy starting to build in the room. So what do you think? I mean, without looking at set lists, I haven't been checking the last couple shows. I heard they're amazing. The one you just did in Battle Creek was supposed to be incredible.
Yeah, we're going to wing it.
What do you want to hear? What do you think set list wise? Anything you want to hear stuff specific?
Yeah.
Special?
Yeah.
What do you want to hear?
Okay, you ready to go again?
Let's go. Let's record.
I saw the ruins once the smoke cleared, once upon returning home. And we are home right here in Detroit, Rock City, because we are the world's only dedicated Sammy Hagar podcast. This is the Bogus Otis Show. I am Bohost Brent. That is Bohost D. Welcome, D, to the Fillmore.
I'm speechless now because as we're standing here talking, I just see the main man come around the corner. I see Sammy coming around the corner right here. So kudos, man. Maybe we'll have him on the show.
He's here. Sammy's here.
He's here. So let's listen. Set list. Anything you want to hear tonight special?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just said returning home. I would kill to see Once Upon Returning Home, my brother.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was listening to that today. I would love to hear that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that would be a thing. Could you imagine? There he is. There he is.
Guys, get in here.
Come on.
in here.
Come on.
Have a seat, sir.
Get in the middle there.
Come on, Sam.
Come on in.
Tripping over the microphone.
What are you doing, sir?
Otis show in person. I'm doing good. I'm glad you guys are here because I've been wanting to tell you that I think what you're doing is really cool, and I'm serious. What up, baby? Okay.
He had
Now-
a lot of great things to say about you, Sammy. A lot of great things to say.
There's a lot of great things to say about me. And you guys been
Well, we got 3 seasons.
Well, you guys are carrying, the biggest flag, so you know how many great things to say about. You guys can make a whole fucking show out of it.
3 seasons. We
Do I
have
sound
7
humble?
more to
Do
go.
I sound humble enough for you? Come on, is this my microphone?
It's all of ours.
It's all of ours.
Yeah, it's all ours. So
Okay.
we're going to start right here.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be here in Detroit, launching a brand new product like this, and sharing it with all your fans?
Well, it's just another one of those dream come true moments for me. I must admit, this is one of those dreams I never dreamt. I always wanted to make beer before I made tequila. And I've always loved Detroit. Montrose played here 12 times in 1 year, opening for everybody. We opened for everybody. I finally went to our manager and said, when are we going to headline? We just opened 12 times in Detroit in 1 year. Can we go there and headline? And our manager goes, you really? 12 times? He gets on the phone, calls the agency. He goes, the fuck's wrong with you guys? He starts chewing the agency out. And we came back and did our own show. So Detroit's just rock and roll capital of the world. Should have been a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame right here. I even lobbied for it. Got in trouble with Cleveland about it. But so what a better place to do it? American made. That's my favorite thing about this beer. Even though it's Mexican style, it's American made. And Detroit stands for America like no other state because of the cars. You know what I mean? It's like the iron.
It's the backbone of the country.
The backbone of the country, man. And so to have an American-made beer coming out of Detroit, I couldn't be happier. I didn't even want to change the name of the distillery. You know, it was called Detroit Brewery, and but my guy had already bought it and asked me if he could license the name Red Rocker. And I said, sure, if you make my own beer. So there you go.
Thank you.
Finally making my own
We're getting
beer.
very thirsty in Canada, so thank you.
Oh, yeah, you Canadians can drink, can't you?
We can.
Yeah, it's kind of known. It's kind of known around the world.
We got to get this beer over the border.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
not
need
a
it over
problem.
the border.
Just however much you can put in your trunk, you take that much.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're going to do that tonight.
Yeah, no,
We'll
you
go truck
just
here
keep
tonight.
that going 24/7. You just have a,
do the cycle.
Somebody, go.
Do the cycle.
Come back, and then pretty soon you have it shipped.
Yeah.
No, we'll ship it over there pretty soon.
Awesome.
Sammy, I want to ask you as well about the collection too. So, a lot of fans have been waiting for this for a long time. The remasters of the Hagar era, they're out now. OU812, 5150, Front Lawful Current Knowledge, Balance. They're all pumped up a notch now. How long have you been waiting to hear this music come back and be re-energized?
Well, there was a problem because when Dave, the Diamond did the reunion with them, he had a no Sammy rule policy, so they couldn't do anything. And Ed now just went along with it. And as soon as they bumped heads, they started seeing that, it was time to do it. It didn't bother me that it wasn't being done because those records are still great. There's something magic about the old analog tape on vinyl, like for 5150 and OU812. Those records sound
I wore them out here.
exactly. They sound very unique. Now, by remastering, the thing I like the most is that they brought out more of the high end and a lot more bottom, because Mikey's bass was always buried. Because when you're making records,
sounded so good.
Yeah, they made them for vinyl. So when you make records for vinyl, you have to keep the bass way down because it takes up too much space, and the whole track gets too low. So that's my favorite part. When you put it on now, you can crank that shit up, and you get fucking got the bottom in there. Especially a song like Cabo Wabo was really lacking.
Oh man, OU812 sounds so good. We actually got a replica guitar here from OU812. It's the
that's a replica.
It's the official Bogus Otis axe.
I gave my original one like that to Guy Fieri. Yeah, he has that. And he gave me something.
We tried to track him down, but no dice so far.
Oh, he's too busy. He would do it in a second, but he's too busy. So who's your favorite guest that you've had on the Bogus Otis show?
I think we got to say Velma, man.
Oh, fuck.
She was a ton of fun, man.
Oh, she's a ton of fun.
She was a firecracker.
Velma's a trip. Velma hasn't changed since she was a little girl. She used to lay in bed when my mom and dad were gone, and she would all of a sudden she was a queen, and I was a little guy. She'd say, Sammy, would you go get me a glass of water? I'm so tired. She was always using us. She would use us, and then we'd come home and squeal on her. I'd go, say Velma was smoking cigarettes, and then when my mom and dad weren't around again, she'd fucking take a coat hanger, man, and fucking come after me. Yeah, Velma was a trip.
And we just did Bob Dates 2 days ago.
Bob's a trip.
He's a firecracker.
He knows a lot.
Oh yeah.
If he remembers it. Bob was right there with his party, and did he tell you that?
He said that.
It wasn't.
Because I remember it all, but
no innocence there.
No photos, he said.
Yeah.
No photos.
Bob's done really well for himself. I'm proud of him.
Well, we're getting the wrap up. Thank you, Sam, for letting us carry on the Bogus Otis tradition.
Appreciate you taking the time to see us.
Thank you for letting us have the logo too, right? We weren't sure if we were going to pull this after we saw the video.
When I first saw you guys, somebody sent me your shit. I said, "Who are these fuckers, man? What do they think they're doing using my name? And what the fuck are they doing?" And I looked into it. And I went, "Oh no, these guys are great." Let it go. Man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Here we go.
Thank you.
One like this. Here. The Bogus Otis show. Too fucking funny.
Thanks, Sammy.
It's right on it. It's right on my. I'll go out this way.
Sammy, would you sign my guitar?
Yeah. What is that thing?
Yeah, would you mind, man?
I don't know.
Thank you, Sammy.
Okay. Good. Get my beer.
Thank you, Sammy.
Cool. Here we go.
And we were recording. So, I know we were talking about setlist for a minute there.
Yeah.
But he crashed someone crashed our show.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say at this moment, to be honest. That was a ton. Yeah.
Now he's gonna serve. Now he's actually gonna serve some drinks.
Yeah.
And we got some good questions in, man. We got some good questions in. Well, look, man. That guy looks younger and younger and younger. We're gonna have to doctor the photos of us in the photos. He looks so young compared to us.
Yeah.
Must be all the laughing and all the good smiles he's got. Right? All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop it just to make sure it doesn't crash. Okay.
Yeah.
We're the Bohos out.
The Bogus Otis Show is produced by Right Now Entertainment. Hosted by Darren Bristow and Brent Kinnair. With audio and production assistance by Andrew Wright and Record Ready in association with Right Now Entertainment. What is understood need be discussed.
The Bogus Soda Show. Too fucking funny.